you through the steps how you can install Kali Linux on your VM. In this video, I'm going to be using Oracle VMware Virtual Manager. This is the interface of Oracle VM VirtualBox Manager, and I'll be installing Kali Linux. If you want to install a VM on any VirtualBox Manager, you have to have ISO image to be easy for you. I have already my ISO image of Kali Linux, so I'm going to be installing it in here. I'll click new, then I'll put in the name of my VM, Kali Linux. Then this shows me the folder where my VM will be installed. Down here it's asking me for the image. I'll click down, then I navigate to my D drive where I have my ISO image. Then it has detected Ubuntu, but I have Kali Linux. I'll click next. I'll choose the processor, how many processors I want to use. I have 8, but I will use 2 for now, and I'll leave the base memory the same or the default one. I'll click next. The hard disk, I'll use 30 GB, and I'll leave the rest by default. I'll click next. Then this is the settings that we've set on our VM. I'll click finish. When I click finish, also it displays the details of my VM for now. Then I want to start up or power up my VM. I'll click start. When I click start, it will show on the right hand side powering VM up. Then it will give me pop-up for Oracle VM. Let me maximize the page. Then I'll use the graphical install. Then I'll click enter. Alright. As you can see, Kali Linux. Then asking me which language you want to use. I'll use English. That's my language, and click continue. Now it is asking me where are you located, the territory you are in. It depends where you are. If you're Nigeria, Philippines, Sicily, Singapore, so you choose where you wanna, where your VM is or where you are at the moment. I'll click continue. Keyboard, asking me for the keyboard I want to use. If you're Bengali, you're Bangladesh, Austrian, Arabic, Bulgarian, so it depends where you are, which keyboard you want to use. French, Canadian French, France. So you choose the keyboard. You click continue. Now it's detecting load install a component from installation media. So it's basically retrieving the information from the ISO image into our VM. Basically, there are two. You can use graphical user interface GUI, or you can use the black screen, completely black. So you put in all the information, the language, keyboard, your location. But for now, I used the graphical user interface. Now, here we are. It's asking me to configure the network. Please enter the host name for this. The host name is a single word that identifies your system on the network. I'll use Kali. I'll leave it Kali or Kali VM. Let me use Kali VM. I'll click continue. It's asking me for the domain. And at the moment, I don't have a domain. But it says if you are setting up a home network, you can make something up, but make sure you use the same domain name on all your computers. I'll be joining this Kali Linux on my domain controller. So let's see, I'll use Ryan Tech IT support. No, alright. Ryan Tech IT. Okay, RyanTech.com. Let's use that for now. RyanTech.com as my domain name. Let's go, continue. A user account will be created for you to use instead of a root for non-administrative activities. So if I don't want to be a root, then I'll use a different username. Let me say I'll use Ryan IT. Okay, that will be a different username from the root. I click continue, then username for your account. Alright, here it's asking us for username. Okay, so we put in Ryan Chironde. That's my name. Alright, Ryan Chironde. Okay, continue. Then here is asking us username for your account. So here is asking us for the username of our account. We'll write Ryan Tech. That will be the username for our account. Okay, then we continue. Alright, then it's asking us for the password. Okay, then we put in our password. Okay, password. Okay, put in the password, then we continue. Alright, the desired zone, where you, I'm Eastern, I'm Central zone. That's where I am. Alright, configure the clock, detecting the disks. It's creating partition. I'll use the entire disk. So if you want to create different disks on your partition, on your hard disk, or you want partitions on your hard disk, from here, that's where you can use this process to create partition on your hard disk. But for now, I don't want to create any partition. I'll use the entire disk for this installation. Yes, then I see I have 32 GB, 0.2 GB ATV VBox hard disk. So I'll use all this hard disk space SDA. I will click continue. Alright, all files in one partition, recommended for new users. Alright, okay, let's go. Alright, now finishing partition and write changes to the disk. H is telling me this is what it created. Guided partitioning, configure software RAID, configure the RAID volume manager, configure corrupted encrypted volumes, configure iSCSI volumes. So I have iSCSI 3, that's what I'm using. SDA 32 GB, primary 31 GB. extension, file extension for logic 1 GB swap. Or then I'll click continue so that to finish up, and then write on the hard disk. Here is just telling us also partition disk. If you continue, the changes listed below will be written to your hard disk. So this information will be written to my hard disk. Write the changes to the disk, yes or no? Yes. Okay, continue. Now we're installing Kali Linux on our hard disk. It will take some time. So let us give it some few minutes to be ready for use. Now it is installing some softwares that will be needed for running. Now it's telling us software selection. Select the software that you want to use. Desktop environment, Kali default desktop environment, GNOME, KDE Prism, collection of tools. Select this item, has no effect. Top 10, the top 10 most popular tools, default recommended tools. Okay. If you want to add on GNOME and KDE Prism, you just select it from me. But for now, I'll just go by the default. Okay. Then it will start selecting and installing our software that we selected. Here 2571 software and tools that it will install. Now it looks like we are done installing our software. Now it's installing the grab bootloader. It's giving us a message here. It seems that this new installation is only operating system on this computer. If so, it should be safe to install the grab bootloader to your primary drive. Okay. Warning: if your computer has another operating system that the installer failed to detect, this will make that the operating system temporarily unbootable, though grab can be manually configured later to boot it. Okay, this is the only operating system on my hard drive. I'll select yes, install the grab bootloader to your primary drive. I'll leave it default, yes. Now click continue. Now it's telling us you need to make a new installed system booter by installing the grab bootloader on the bootable device. Okay. The usual way to do this is to install grub on your primary drive. You may instead install grub to a different drive or to removable media. Don't worry, I'm going to choose the one down because that's my hard drive, and that's where I want to install the grub bootloader. I'll click next or continue. Then it is installing seems we're finishing the installation of our Kali Linux on our VM vdisk. You're saying installed VirtualBox guest 11 AMD, finishing up the installation. Alright, oh yeah, it's telling us finish the installation. Installation complete. Installation is complete, so it is time to boot into your new system. Make sure to remove the installation media so that you boot into the new system rather than restarting the installation. Just continue to boot. So in this case, we'll click continue to reboot the system. Okay. Okay. Waiting 2 seconds. Okay. Here we're seeing the logo for Kali Linux. It seems we were successful in our installation. This is Kali Linux. As you can see, it's asking us for the password, username and password. You remember the password you put in, the non-administrative, which is not the root. So this is the username is asking here. Let me try and see if I can remember. And I'll put in the password. Oh, I've remembered it. Alright, this is Kali Linux now. Let me see if I can maximize it so that it shows a big screen. You go up here, so choose full screen mode. Alright, switch. Okay, good. So this is it. This is Kali Linux now installed on my Oracle VM Manager. Thank you for watching. By the way, subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and hit that like button as well, and let us grow this channel together. See you in my next video.